Hi, welcome to Podcassidy. I am here with Stu, Diva. Hi, Kevin.
Hi,
How are you?
how's it going? What are the vibes, chat?
The vibe. Not the soundboard.
Definitely the
That's
soundboard. That's
crazy.
all we got is the soundboard.
You had that prepped and ready to go, huh?
I did. I was holding my phone this whole time for the past 45 minutes. My arm is so tired.
For 45 minutes. That's such dedication.
Yep,
See, that's what
yep.
I appreciate about you, Stu. So loyal, so dedicated. For real.
Well, I wouldn't call myself a hero,
Oh, well, no one
but
said that, but
oh, okay.
um so you are about to go into your third week of work. Does the thrill and the motivation from meal prepping, has it worn off yet? Are
Not
you still
really.
going strong?
I'm still getting the votes on it. I'm still making different dishes, and I've decided that when one snack pack or meal wins the first week, then the next week it's going to go off of the menu because it's going to become a fan favorite and it's going to be that every single time. Either
Mm-hmm.
that or I have to get some. Oh, hi, Kathy. Hi, Anna. Hi, my favorite Anna. Oh my gosh. And I'm comment banned too, by the way, guys, so I can't reply by a
Are
comment.
you?
Yeah, I was making fun of Max. I called him a lot of things. And yeah, it didn't work out too well. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Dylan. Hi, Aaron.
I know.
But yeah, it's
Hi,
so much
Delanne. Hi,
fun.
Denzel. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Aaron. I feel like, what is it when SpongeBob is going through all of the members of the band and is saying hi to them in the episode where they're like with the bad breath, and then it just like accumulates and like knocks them out. That's how I feel going through the list of people saying hi.
Oh, I brushed my teeth right before this just in case. I don't think this camera has the ability to transfer stink, but if it did, you'd smell nothing but minty freshness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Kenneth.
also I also brush my teeth before like a video call. It just like, I don't know. I don't want anything like stuck in it, and like it just feels better. I
Uh-huh.
just feel more prepared.
Yeah, it's something to our brains. Oh, hi, Brianna. How's it going, Kenneth? Yeah, Cassidy's going to be touching her hair a lot today.
Always. It's like one of my worst habits.
You know, I just realized I'm feeling vengeful, so let me go over here and I'll read the comment that got me maybe comment banned. I said, Max might be a lot of things, a lot of ugly and troubled things. Bald because even his hair is ashamed to be associated with him. The smile of a fed gremlin post midnight. The organizational skills of a blind chicken. The intellect of the dumb blonde and the jokes.
Oh my
Oh, and
god.
I forgot to finish my sentence, but he never passes up an opportunity to sing happy birthday to his friends.
Oh my god. And I
Yeah,
wonder why it got reported.
I don't know. I make comments like that all the time. I guess it was just too good of a burn. Yeah, I
Rob
did.
coming in saying what up boners is so funny.
Wait, what?
Who greets people like that?
I don't know, Kelly. I
Wow,
think
I
it
love
might
the
be.
community. You guys make me laugh so much.
Okay, so Brianna and Kathleen both put on cologne before events, and I did too. Shout out
Ooh,
Max for the recommendation for the YSL Hom U Deep toilet.
is that the cologne that you're wearing?
Yeah, it wears off super fast, which is what I wanted because for the early morning for my meetings, I want to have there be a little bit of cologne scent. But then throughout the day, as I go start doing things and walking amongst the office, that's whenever I don't want to have the cologne scent so I don't get beaten up in the toilet stall. I
I
do work
see.
in a factory.
Yeah. I mean, I would follow Max for cologne advice. you know, when you don't have hair, you can only have so much. So you gotta smell good, right? Like you gotta make up for it somehow.
Oh, poor Max.
I know he's not even here to defend himself.
He wouldn't defend himself if he was here. You know he loves it.
But
Which is
yeah.
what made the ban just or I don't know if I got banned for it. I might have gotten banned for commenting too much, but yeah, that made it extra mean.
Yeah.
Hi, Melissa.
I was gonna say hi, Melissa. Oh, she's the best too.
Yeah, we have so many great people in our community.
Yeah, I know. I know. Aw.
And most of them are divas.
Bree said, I thought I was high. I just saw the Muppets playing during the halftime show for the last game today. What?
What on
a
earth?
thing? That's awesome. That's literally amazing. Aaron said some men bathe in it. Yeah, throwback to middle school with all the Axe body spray, having to walk through the cloud of it trying to go to class.
Even just walking through the aisle is just devastating.
Yeah. Kelly asked whose fault is it that he's not here. His own. He decided it was more important to go and play tennis with Yuli. Can't blame Yuli. It's not Yuli.
No,
but,
she's the victim.
It's definitely on Max.
Could you imagine having to play tennis? Mickey!
I know. I know. Look at her. She's extra clingy today.
Let's see if I can get my kitty to come over. I don't think she's going to. She cooperated. Oh. There's my kitty.
Oh, stop. The double void.
The double void tuxedo. She doesn't know why she's being held like this.
This is the greatest moment in Podcassidy history.
The greatest moment in Podcassidy history.
What is Tuxedo Kitty's name?
Topaz.
Topaz? Aww.
She was named that as a kitten when I got her. And I remember whenever I got her, she was so... Oh! Don't do it! She moved my camera.
She knows.
She's such a diva. Now, normally whenever I call her like that, I have food for her, so she's probably very confused right now.
Yeah.
But right. She was just such a sweetheart, and the person that kind of cared after the animals was a volunteer, and she just happened to be there. I believe it was a Wednesday. And no, don't touch the camera. Don't do it.
No.
Technical cat difficulties.
Wow. Did you hear it?
And as a result, I got to actually work with the person who knew him, and I said, I need an independent cat that's going to be okay. No, that's specifically the one place you shouldn't go, cat. I needed a cat that's going to be independent because I was going to be away for a long time. There weren't any other cats in the house at the time. And she's like, oh, you want this cat right here. And she was leash trained. So they put her on a leash and we went walking around with her. And a dog comes walking up, bark, 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 bark. And she just went over to the dog like, come on, you want to go? I'll scratch your face out. You want to lose your face? I'll do it. I'll wear your face afterwards. How do you love it? And then afterwards, she came over and wrapped herself around my legs for reassurance. And I was like, oh, this is my kitty. So I went home, talked to my apartment leasing office. And after talking with them, I got the approval to get a cat. And I drove right back down that night at like 6 p.m. to get her. And I have no regrets. Then I had to house sit for somebody, for a friend, for like 3 days. So I'd go there and then I'd house sit and then I'd go to work and then I'd come back to my apartment. Then I'd go back to their place and sleep there. And it was like 3 or 4 days of that. But it gave her the opportunity to kind of get used to things on her own and find her little domain. And I don't know how I'm going to keep her from attacking that camera. It's unfortunate.
guess you just have to keep holding her and cuddling, giving the old guitar strum.
Well, no complaints here.
Right. I know. Mickey was getting too comfy. I had to move her.
Hi, Noodle. Hi, Kamari. Thank you again for the recommendation on those containers, Kamari. I'm loving them so much. I'll be posting about them again tomorrow.
Yeah. So I think it's time we talk about your evolution.
Yes.
Because yeah, you know what? Let me not even lead into it. Take it away. Take it
All
away,
right.
K2.
First, I was born, and I was a baby. And like most babies, I wasn't very bright. Then I became a child, and unlike most children, I was pretty stupid. But I was very mature for my age, and a lot of adults mistook that as intelligence, which worked out well for me. At that point, I graduated into a young adult, and I entered the workforce, and that's whenever I realized, oh, I've actually got some skill. And I realized I'm a perfectionist at heart, but being a perfectionist is difficult because we are not perfect. Okay, Katie, but you can't detect a camera anymore, all right?
Topaz can do what she wants.
She's gonna do what she wants. Now she's gonna try to spill my water. But yeah, that's oh, kitty cat. No keyboard. I'm being held hostage right now. So I was a perfectionist, but I'm not perfect, and that is such a dissonance that it became difficult. So then I decided, well, I'm a bit of a cowboy, right? I'm a maverick, and I identified with being a cowboy for a while, kind of doing things my own way, blazing my own trails. The problem with that is there are a lot of cowboys. So I thought, well, maybe I'm a rock star. So I started identifying with being a rock star. And there are so many rock stars, and it's so overplayed. And whenever I think of a rock star, I think of like a drug-addled performer who's washed up, who doesn't respect their fans, who goes up on stage and grunts out a steaming pile, and people say, "Yeah, give me more." And it didn't resonate. So that lasted for a few years. Then I realized I was a maven because I started working at a factory, handling their IT networking. And I realized I'm a safety maven. I would wear the higher level of required PPE even when it was not required. And I always used the 3 points of contact technique when climbing up and down ladder stairs. And I got busted by security doing it. Safety doing it one time. She just went by and she nodded and she said, "Good form." Because it was in a remote building where there was nobody else around.
Yeah.
And I would do things like help people tape down cabling when they didn't know what they needed to, etc. But that also didn't really set because I don't really feel like a maven. It fits, but I'm not an office supply maven. So then I learned about Hatsune Miku, which is one of those not a cat, which is one of those virtual entertainers. She's very popular, and I'm sure she has a giant marketing team behind her. So at her concerts, they project her on stage, and this cartoon character that looks like an anime character dances around and performs. Somebody made some fan content on that on YouTube Shorts, and her tagline, her brain dead tagline, cat, was "I'm Diva."
Yeah.
And it resonated with me. And for me, just like some of you, diva has a negative connotation. When somebody's being a diva, it usually means they're being kind of like my cat right now, a little bit difficult. They're kind of a rock star, but a toxic one. But I came to realize that diva is actually named after the Latin word for goddess. And it was started around the 1800s, obviously in concert halls with opera singers. And I came to realize that a diva is somebody who's there for their audience. A diva is somebody who takes care of themselves so that they can serve their audience. A diva is D, demure. I, individualistic. V,
Okay.
valorous. A, alacritous, right?
Okay, K-Stew.
They
That
have that.
acronym, I wasn't ready.
No, nobody's ready for the smoke. But all of those qualities, especially being individualistic, blazing my own trail, being valorous, which is, courageous, but also with a purpose behind it and with some honor, and alacritous. I've always been a very alacritous person, which is eager willingness and quick action and getting things done. I realized it fit me very well. So on LinkedIn, after I saw Michael Yalon just be a complete cowboy, I decided, well, I need a hook, and I'll be a diva. So I became the budget optional diva, which was meant to imply that even if I don't have a budget, which I usually don't, then I'm still going to be a rock star. I'm still going to perform. I'm still going to be the best that I can be. And yeah, exactly, Rob Unger. Diva's a little bitch, but we're bringing it back. We're fixing it. And then I realized I love office supplies, and I'm truly an office supply diva. And then I changed my tagline, and now I'm starting to meet other office supply divas. And shout out Mel Mertzis, who turned me on to the Right Tech pins.
Hell
They're
yeah.
beautiful. They're silent. You can barely hear the click. Whereas with the normal pin, you can hear the click. It sounds like you're arming and disarming a bomb. But they are gel pins. They're beautiful. They're wonderful. They come in pretty colors. And as you can tell from my ring, I like pretty colors. I also like normal colors. But pretty colors are my favorite. And this cat is my favorite. That's right. I've also got a bottle of olive oil from California, and I'm not sure why I have it on my desk, but it stays here forever. And these are all things that she's threatening to knock over constantly. And I don't know why she's being so clingy, but I think it's because she knows that I'm busy.
Probably. That's what Mickey tends to do too. She knows when I'm in the middle of something, and that's when she's like, I need to be a part of this right this moment.
It's time for me. Oh, hi, Drew.
Yeah. So how does it feel now that you have come through this evolution and you have now proclaimed this diva persona label? Is it
feels
free? How do you
very
feel?
freeing. Yeah, it feels freeing, and it gives me a lot of confidence, especially at work, because I call myself a diva and people are starting to catch on.
Yeah.
And somebody actually said yesterday or the day before yesterday, that's because he's a diva. And then I'll call other people out and I'll say, wow, you are a real Excel diva. So I'm bringing it back as hard as I can. It helps remind me, though, that just like a diva who drinks, really warm lemon tea with some honey in it to take care of their voice, I need to take care of myself too, which is why I started the LinkedIn lunch series and the LinkedIn snack series, where I post options and then the audience votes on what I make and eat for that week or that month or whichever time period, because it gives me a little bit more push to, hey, not just go down to Taco Bell and get whatever Max has all the time temporarily. But to actually make some decent food and bring it with me and plan out those meals. And it's worked really well, because rejoining the workforce and working, 5 days a week in a factory, it's hot, it's sweaty, it's very long distances. Going to the bathroom is like 500 feet. And I'm averaging about 9,000 steps a day without even trying. It takes a lot out of you, so my body's still adjusting. So having that ready combination of fruit, nuts, and some kind of protein is very useful. And then involving people from LinkedIn makes it really special. I love it. Thanks, y'all, for voting on it. And I'd also like to shout out Kamari Masil for recommending getting like actual reusable containers. I know I'm still gonna lose them, like socks get lost in a dryer, but yeah, they're wonderful, and they're color coordinated with my snack bag.
Yeah. I know. I love Kamari. She's so amazing.
Yeah, we have so many
She-
great people in our community.
I know. She said her unofficial tagline used to be patron saint of notebooks and pens. So
That fits. That fits.
yep. And then another comment that I thought was funny, Drew said Diva is better than Drucifer. I
Wow.
think Drucifer is
Wow.
so funny.
That's crazy. It makes sense though.
Um, so my favorite pens, I can tell you, come from Five Below. They are unmarked. They cost $5 and they click and they write nice. Is that an how do you feel about that? Is that a trash, just atrocious that I love the Five Below pens? Do you think it's like, I don't know, kind of crafty that I'm like cool with something so like cheap? Like, what are your thoughts there?
I don't know the Five Below pins. I'm a diva. Um,
They're below you. They're
they're
five below
below
you.
me. 5 points below me. But I do
I
like cheap pens. I thought I had a crystal Bic here, but apparently I don't. I'll have to fix that. Instead, I'll grab my mechanical pencil and tell you about that in a bit. But
Yeah,
I am a cheap date normally, and I'll use any pen, but I really prefer the gel pen. So if it's gel pen, I'm gonna be on board because it looks like a serial killer wrote anything that you write, and I love that.
yeah.
Big serial killer energy. But
Mhm.
I don't judge. Some
Yeah,
people are office supply divas, some people are not. It takes everybody. If there weren't food divas, then we wouldn't have so many recipes. If there weren't
that's
technology divas, we wouldn't have the technology that lets us interact like this.
that's such a good point.
It takes all
Wow.
kinds. And this is the best mechanical pencil in the world. It's a Kuro Tugo, and the barrel actually, you most likely can't. Oh, maybe you can see it. Let's see. No, you can't see it. But the barrel rotates every time that you push it down on the paper. So you've got the mechanical pencil lead constantly rotating, staying rounded so it doesn't get sharp, it doesn't catch on paper, and I love it. What I don't love is all the cat hair getting all over me, but finally, my kitty cat Topaz has stabilized and she's not moving. So you were going to say something else.
I think I was going to mention the fact that Kamari said that her favorite pens are whatever one she can take from the doctor's office.
I actually, from my chiropractor, I have this one. It's a gel pen, and I would agree with that statement. It writes so well, but it's going to run out of ink so soon because the inkwell is very small. But, not everything good in life has to last. There's a lot of loss in life, and we just need to get on with it. There's always going to be more doctors' offices. There's always going to be more pens that they leave unattended. And there's always going to be places that you can shoplift from.
But not mom and pop shops. Only big
No,
corporations.
no. Shop drop at mom and pop shops. Just bring in things and leave them. They'll sell them. They don't have to put it in their system. They just slap a price tag on it. Like, okay, I guess we're selling Ritex this week.
Is this the point at which I pull up the slideshow and we show everyone your office supplies?
Oh boy, let's do it.
Because of course we would do that.
So, y'all, I had about a week to move into my new workplace after I got the confirmation, signed the onboarding papers, and all that. And I put together this luggage so that I'd be ready for my first day. And it wound up being correct because they barely have post it notes there. They're an office, but they're also a factory. And that's their priority. So, getting branded pens, getting post it notes, even getting paper It's a little bit of a challenge, but luckily I'm a diva. I take no risks with office supplies, and we'll start the slideshow. So the first slide is hard hats, fresh breath, and aircraft grade clipboards. Oh my. Then we'll proceed into the next one. There goes my cat. Don't do it, kitty. So here you can see I've got my hard hat, I've got my electrostatic discharge cable, I've got my bump cap, which is just a baseball cap with a plastic insert so you hit your head. I've got clip-on lights for my glasses because I didn't know if the server room would be lit up. I've got my fidget spinner, which I bring everywhere. I've got an aircraft grade aluminum, well, I shouldn't say aircraft grade, I should say aluminum clipboard. There are some transparent post it notes there as well, which are very interesting. They're plasticky, so it's hard to write on them. But it's fun to have that transparency if you ever need them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then
Oh,
we go into
that
the next. No, no, I was just going to say I've got some hydration gear there too as well. You can see it right underneath right on top of the clipboard. And I have a extensive collection of Hallmark and American greetings cards, as well as some generic thank you cards, because you never know when you're going to need one. And if you find out that it's an executive's birthday, and then you sneak on over to the executive assistant and let them choose from the cards, now you're in golden. Now when they lay you off, they'll feel bad. Hi, Shelby. Hi, Bradley. Yeah, I'm stealing your style here, Bradley. How do you love it? You clapping your hands? I don't hear you clapping your hands over there. So I'm a big believer in honey. I think honey is a good thing to eat. It gives you a little bit of energy for your brain, and it's quick to digest. It doesn't slow you down. So I made sure to bring some honey sticks. And then I've got my bullet-shaped chapstick and my millennial grade Pepto just for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, you can see here I have my watch. I do have a smartwatch, but I can't wear a steel or mechanical watch inside a factory because it might get hooked on something. Then I wind up losing half of my arm. And I don't want that. You might want that, but I don't. I also have here is the aforementioned honey sticks, and you can kind of see them, but those are some glass nail files right on top of those. If you've never gotten glass nail files, DM me, I'll send you the link. They are amazing. And I don't have the best nails, but I do have nails. And I've tried the wooden ones, I've tried the sand based ones, I've tried the metal ones. None of them come close to the glass ones. You feel so at peace with the world when you're using them. It's amazing. I then have a collection of other pins. I've got a fine liner there, an S gel. I've got a Pentel Inner Gel. Now, Pentel Inner Gel is my absolute favorite gel pen. Nothing else quite comes close, and they're cheap. When I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm going like this, and I want a pen in my hand, it's Pentel. I cannot say enough good things about them. They also have inserts. So if you have a actual pen holder, which you'll see there, that kind of silvery looking pen next to the white S gel, actually has a insert for Pentel Inner Gel. Then I've got some unmarked 3x5 cards, as well as some gift wrap tape. Now I have some backup tape, which is lucky because my gift wrap tape got stolen. And then I've got a collection there. It's a little bit hard to see of different paper clips as well as like those paper binders. And then I've got some TheraBreath Fresh Breath gum that was recommended to me by Max. And Mr. Unger, I'm so sorry to mention his name on the podcast. I know it's very triggering for you, but I hope you'll forgive me. Oh, and then I have some fresh naps, and underneath those, I believe it is, there are some glasses wipes, and of course, Pepto Bismol. You've got to have Pepto Bismol. And right next to the TheraBreath below the watch is a bullet shaped chapstick applicator. I have myself just a sunbum at home, but yeah, that's my favorite.
What are your thoughts on Sharpie gel pens?
The S gel, I love them. They're not quite as good as the Energel Pentels, but they're very good in a pinch. We actually have those as swag where I work. So I was very happy that I stole somebody gave me a blue inked one, and I also found a black inked one. So now I have a white colored S gel, I have a blue trimmed S gel, and then I have a black S gel. And I'm very
Mhm.
pleased with them, alongside my Pentel Energel. Right now, the one I'm using most is this Rytech that Mel recommended to me because it's
Ooh.
new and it's silent when you clickety clickety click, which makes me feel like such a diva. I'm like a submarine, and I'm just as deadly when I get to a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Now, I have some Pride lotion for nail care and hydration, and I'm moisturized and in my lane.
I like this unicorn right here.
I know. I'm telling you, I'm Jack and Brad's style here. Yes, Brad, you can put my face on a hat. I don't recommend it though, unless you want people to run away. So here we've got a good picture of the Hemp's Love Out Loud lotion. I got that years ago when they were running a promotion. And I don't really use lotion because I'm kind of self moisturizing. I'm in my lane so much that I don't really need it.
Uh-huh.
Um, and this gives us a really good picture of not only the nail files, but also the nail trimmers. I had to learn the hard way how to maintain my nails because I was a nail biter for sure. And I've always had good nails, but I bite the heck out of them. And
Yeah.
that's whenever I bought 4 pairs of nail trimmers. And I kept one at my desk, I kept one in my car, I kept one in my bag, and I kept one at my work desk. And that's whenever I was able to start actually maintaining good nails. So you can see there I've got some liquid IV for hydration. Again, this is a factory, so you want to make sure you're hydrated. And the crystal lights have a little bit of caffeine, which is nice. And I used to have a hydration station at my ex job where I would just have these things sitting up inside a container for people to take.
Mhm.
And somebody actually told me on Friday, he said, we worked together before at Nikola, and he said, I miss the hydration station. So it's time to bring it back, but I don't really have anywhere to put it yet. I'll figure it out, but we'll at least get it back in spirit.
I love it. I love it. Bring it back in spirit.
Yeah. So, highlighters, gel pens, and dry erase markers for days with a dash of electrician shears.
Oof.
I know. So, I'm a fan of the Sharpie highlighters because they have a little window. As you can kind of see, there's like that colored band with the clear in the middle. And that allows you to see exactly what you're highlighting, which makes you more accurate, which is perfect for a diva just like me. And then you see the electrician shears right there. They're just like normal scissors, but they're very strong and they're very accurate. You can turn them very easily, etc. And because I'm a diva, I need that. I need precision cuts for everything I do. And those are some MaxiFlow. They have a little button in the back. They're dry erase markers, and they're the ones with the gray caps next to the Sharpie highlighters.
Uh-huh.
And there are few things as showy and unnecessary as bringing your own dry erase markers to a dry erase room. And I actually got that from Nikola because we had terrible dry erase markers. I mean, they were bad. You'd use them and they would stop working. They were spotty. I've never seen dry erase markers so terrible. And I forget what model that is, the orange one, but I like to have orange in my dry erase markers. So that's
Mhm.
red, green, black, and it should be blue as well. And that's pretty much it for this slide, aside from that Pepto Bismol yet again, because I am a millennial. So greeting cards are the new post-its, and I will die on that hill. So here is my collection of Hallmark and American Greetings cards, as well as postcards. And I actually sent one of these to Kathy a couple weeks ago. So they're separated into care and sympathy, thanks and congrats, and birthday sections. And you can see that kind of beige, kind of brownish assembly of cards in the middle there. That is the thank you cards. I have some that are blue, I have some that are white, they look very elegant. And then I have just those basic kind of beigey brownish ones. And I already gave one to one of our help desk guys a few weeks ago because he needed to write a thank you note. And yeah, got him there. So people are slowly learning that I have them. And as more people learn, I get to use them. And the only thing better than having greeting cards is using greeting cards.
True. That is true.
All right,
That's
so slide number
crazy
5.
for.
Pack like you're on crack. And I was thinking of Bradley whenever I made this one as well.
Mhm.
Yeah,
As
help,
one does.
as one does. So I got all of that stuff stuffed directly into this luggage. I stood on it, I zipped it up, I used the expansion pouch, I got it all ready, then I brought it in on my second day of work. It took me about 45 minutes to get it all packed together, and then unpacked took about an hour. And my coworkers are just looking at me because I just kept pulling more and more things out. And I had a little organizer as well for my pens and my tape and my post-it notes, as well as my dry erase markers. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm a whole diva, and I got everything set up at my job. And now I have the most well outfitted desk, not only in that building, but I'm confident in building several over. And I didn't picture this because I brought it in separately, but I also brought in some bandages, some uh, disinfectant wipes, some burn cream, and some hydrocolloid bandages as well, so that I would have them. And it turns out somebody needed an alcohol wipe. And I said, "Do you want one of mine?" They said, "I don't need your sympathy. I don't need your help. You can go straight to hell." And then they
Mhm.
went to look for some of them and wait. Well, they said it differently, but you get the gist.
Right.
Then they
Right.
came back and they were like, "Can I have one of those alcohol wipes?" So already paying dividends, already spreading the rumor that I am as prepared as can be. The only thing I don't have is a supercapacitor for jump starting cars, but eventually I'll get that too, and then I'll be unstoppable.
I really appreciate the help that you put over the briefcase.
Yes. All right, so key takeaways. 1, I'm Diva. 2, see number 1. Any questions?
Um, I don't think I have any. I think I have taken away all that I possibly could from that slideshow. It was so detailed.
Well, I'm glad you were able to show it because it was a lot of fun putting it together. And then if I ever have to get another job, I'll be prepared next time. I'll just follow my own slideshow.
You should just bring the slideshow with you to the interview and be like, "You want to see what I can do for the organization of your network infrastructure, whatever it is that you actually do?"
All the stuff and things.
Exactly. Ooh, Claire said, "What does being diva mean to you?"
Being a diva to me means being modest, reserved, poised, individualistic, blazing your own trail. Also, being brave and doing things with courage, but also with a sense of purpose, right? You're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for others. You're serving people.
Mhm.
And I think that's where diva gets misconstrued because we have people that are toxic divas, people that are problems. And really what they are is they're just jerks, but we give them the diva label. But a diva serves their audience. A diva serves those around them. A diva is kind of like a queen, right?
Oh
A
my god.
queen doesn't exist for themselves. A queen, a good one, exists for others and those around them and to serve their people. And somebody has to be the queen. Somebody's got to be a diva. But divas are also the star of the show and the center of attention. And unlike a lot of people who demand attention, a child demands attention, divas command attention, just like a good leader.
I I am just blown away. With the fact that you just pull that shit out of your ass out of nowhere, just like
I'm a diva.
the perfect answer. Like didn't
Well,
even
thank
have
you. It was a good
to
question.
immediately. Like that's what I appreciate about you, K Stu. True.
Well, thank you. I heard somebody say or ask, or I read rather, somebody ask what my favorite smells are. I love the smell of petrichor, which is the smell of rain. It kind of smells a little woody, a little bit earthy. I love that smell so much because I'm also a rain diva. And if I had my choice, I would live somewhere where it rains all the time, but I know I'd get sick of it. So I settle for Arizona where it rains a lot, but usually only during the monsoon in like, June to September. Um, so I still love the rain and enjoy it. And that scent of petrichor is what roots that. I also really like the smell of the YSL Homes UD perfume. And that I was turned on to that. Again, sorry about this, Rob. I was turned on to that by Max. I highly recommend it. It doesn't last very long at all. I've gotten zero complaints. Nobody thinks it's overbearing. You're not going to smell like you're walking around with Axe. The other smell I like is burnt skin, like sunburnt skin, like the warm. I should,
Okay.
well, let me say warm skin. I like the smell of warm skin.
And I was like, okay, serial killer, you can calm down.
Burnt skin, burnt hair, burnt flesh. I'll take either of them. Oh, but that warm smell off of skin, I really enjoy.
Oh, you had me till that last one.
Sorry about
Smell
that.
burning hair, like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't really like to smell of burning hair, but if I was a serial killer, I would.
It smelled like dinner.
Wow. Unless it's Max, then you wouldn't smell any of that.
You're right. um, yeah, man. Glad we're not serial killers.
Me too. It's hard work being a serial killer. And for me, I don't think I could take it because I would be so anxious that I would get caught. And I don't know, I don't see the appeal. I don't get it. Which is probably why I'm not a serial killer. And Shelby came in. She says a diva is the female version of a hustler. Yes, sir.
He's probably getting whooped on tennis right now. Yeah, probably.
Max's bitch ass isn't even here. Wow. Tell us how you really feel, Rob.
I know. He gets brought up too often. For how little I'm brought up on his chit chat show.
Yeah, I think it's just because he's got so much privilege,
It's the bald man privilege.
Yeah, bald man privilege. And I'm not sure why my camera zoomed out so much, but I'm fine with it. As long as the audience is fine with it.
I guess so. Even though we want to be, close to you, Casey. That's the point of having.
Oh, you guys too. It really is a great community that we have, and I'm so glad I was able to find it before I went back to work because it's so grounding being able to interact with people and meet new people, and just after a long day, sit down right about when Max's stream starts and then not watch it. It's so refreshing and freeing. It just makes my night.
Hi, Tasha.
Oh
Glad
my
you.
gosh, Tasha in the house.
Kevin, what's your star? Cassie, you should add the Dob question to Podcassidy Dob question.
My
What Dob?
star? I don't know. Do you mean like a
Maybe
movie
your
star
zodiac sign.
or a astrological star?
Yeah.
Well, I am a Libra, so I don't know if that influences my star. I really like the North Star. I think it's beautiful that it exists, but it's also, I'm sure, everybody's favorite star. But also, shout out the sun. Without the sun, we wouldn't have the moon, and I love the moon.
Hell
I'm a
yeah.
total moon diva.
Keeping us alive.
Yeah,
That
every day. Couple million years. Yes, sir.
yeah. I'm an Aquarius. I don't know anything about like astrology or zodiac signs or anything like that.
Oh,
All I
hey,
know is
Noodle.
Aquarius and it's an air sign, but it sounds like it should be a water sign.
Yeah, apparently I'm a water sign, which I don't know what that means. But I do go to the bathroom a lot, so maybe that's why? That's all I can guess.
Mm-hmm. Birth question. Oh, so asking when your birthday. When is your birthday?
My birthday is in October, and I was born in 1989.
1989.
I know,
That's like
right?
Swift.
I'm an old head.
No.
You talk to some kids, and they'll tell you quickly that you are very old.
even even without Vance here, we have to ask the legendary tapeworm question.
So, my
No,
question around that.
I have to ask it. Let me ask the question.
Oh. Go
You're
ahead.
given the tapeworm. Or double and give it to the next person.
So, would I take a tapeworm or would I double it and give it to the next person? So, I'm going to do what everybody else does in this situation. And I'm going to say, one, is it a traditional tapeworm or is it something I have to live with the rest of my life? And two, does it create two tapeworms in the next person or does it just get twice as long?
Twice as long. What was the first question?
Um, is it incurable or is it a standard tapeworm?
I would assume it's a standard tapeworm.
Then I would definitely take it for myself because one, I don't want somebody else to get a hold of that decision because if they do get a hold of it, they're going to say, why not triple it and give it to the next person? I hate humanity. And if that happens, then pretty soon somebody's going to get filled with about 1,000 tapeworms and that person's going to die. And I don't want that blood on my hands. The other thing is, as long as it's not a mystical tapeworm that's going to stay around forever, I think it's very treatable and I probably wouldn't die. So, my return question to you is, would you rather have an entire state get nuked off the planet, or would you rather a small nuclear device eliminate about a 10-mile radius around you and your loved ones?
Do I get to choose what state?
You know what? Yeah, you do. You do.
I'm gonna go with the state, and it's Ohio. Bye.
Wow. Wow.
Sorry, Josh.
Oh, no more Josh. Wow.
What can I say? I'm a Michigander through and through.
Yes, sir. You got to take care of business. Well, I'm sorry
Exactly.
about that, Ohio. I'm just writing down never visit Ohio when Cassidy is president.
Yeah. Nikki.
Yeah, Noodle, if we ever go on vacation together, I'll definitely do all the packing. And I will pack that suitcase so full. you'll go, wow, that is a fully packed suitcase. The only downside is on the return trip, it never packs the same way, and I have no clue why. So you need to make sure that you have some things that you're okay leaving behind as anti souvenirs.
Yeah. Ooh, I just got like a whiff of the minnows as I was closing it. Ugh.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it smelled gross.
Oh, but Mickey loves them, right?
Yeah, and she's so cute when she like reaches up the wall and she'll do like the little paw. Like it's so freaking cute.
All three of my cats have learned how to do cat taps, so I can't ignore them anymore. They know how effective it is. And I heard that quote recently that
Yeah.
something, something, something to your animals, because their lifespan is so short,
Mm-hmm.
to you, they're just a chapter in your book. They're only around for part of it. But to them, you are their whole story. I
Yeah.
actually cried in a meeting when somebody told me that,
Yeah.
which is a little bit embarrassing. But I'm also a diva, and divas are valorous, right? That's the D in diva. So you have to be okay with that. And I've never seen somebody cry and not respected them more, right? And I mean, you can just ask Bradley. Real men cry, and he's a real man. Oh, it's Mickey.
Yeah.
I didn't say Bradley was a real good man, so don't get a big head over there. You've already got AI to be sycophantic to you. So how old is Mickey? Where did you get Mickey? Tell us the story.
She is going to turn 5 next month.
Oh. Oh!
We got her in 2023. Yeah. It was right before my birthday. Probably 6 months after my last cat had passed. And I was like, I'm ready for another cat. And I need one that is young because my cats, when I got them, were both senior kitties. So I only had them for a few years before they passed. So I was like, I can't do that again. I need, I need my cat for longer.
Yeah.
So we went to one of the humane societies over here, and it was a good thing that all of the animals were pretty much already like chosen and like picked out for adoption. But I walked in and I was like, what the heck? Like there's nothing here to adopt.
That's harsh.
I know. And so we went to this other one that was like a half hour away from us. So like it's kind of far compared to the other one. But I was like, I do really want a cat. Like I'm feeling it. Let's just go check it out. And then we walked in and the lady was like, this cat's my favorite. And I said, we'll take that one. Let me take away this cat so you never get to see her again. But for real, we walked in and she was like, this cat's my favorite. And like as soon as she opened the cage, Mickey walked up and like flopped like at our hand. Like it was love at first flop.
Oh.
So we had to take her with us. She is antsy to leave this office.
Yeah.
She is like staring at the door. Just waiting.
Oh, I thought you meant she's antsy when she leaves it. I've got two other cats. One's a male tuxedo, and he is giant. And the other one is a female tortoiseshell, which I think all tortoiseshells are female, but I'm not certain. And they both have the worst agoraphobia. They cannot leave the master bedroom. If they do, then they have to be ready to run back in there. And anytime I get within like 20 feet of the door, the male tuxedo will run back in there as fast as he can because he does not want to get trapped outside. And it used to be that way with the bathroom as well. It was the master bathroom. That's where they had to be. But the female tortoiseshell, her name is Blueberry, and I call her little Blubbery.
Yeah.
She, I found her as a kitten. I saved her from some dogs. And all the way carrying her inside, she was just biting my knuckle. You know, ow, 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 and just chewing on it. And I held her up and I looked at her and I said, "Will you stop biting me?" And plot twist, she did not stop biting me. She kept biting me. Then I got a little container for her and put her in there, but not before she escaped and went behind the oven. So as a result, she's got so much anxiety around being picked up. And she will let you know. She will go meow, 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 scream. And she's very talkative. She will just scream at you while looking you directly in the eye for no reason, and you just have to take it. It's something else. But she only does it for a few minutes and then she gets bored or gets over her anxiety. So it's manageable.
Yeah. Everyone in the comments are talking about tortoise kitties.
I know, I saw.
Kamari
Fortitude
says
is a great word.
Her cat has tortitude.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Have you ever had a dog? Or just cats?
So, I did have one dog, and her name was Hannah, and she was a border collie. And that was when I was like 14, 15. And I called her the Chupacabra because at the time, my parents had a little ranch with chickens and goats. And she would stand up on one side of the chicken coop with the crazy look on her eyes. And then she would run around to the other side and stand up and look up with a crazy look on her eyes. And it was just like a Chupacabra going around. And I found her one day just dead out in the field, just laying on her side. And so I wrapped a chain link fence around her, like a 10-foot piece of chain link. Then I hooked that up to the back of my bike, and then I just drug her all the way across the other side of the property to where the animal graveyard is. We call it the North 40 or the Tree of Heads. And that's where she lay. But she was a really sweet dog, very intelligent, very neurotic. And when it would storm, she would jump over the fence and run away and then come back like 3 days later. But we used to take her for bike rides back when we lived in the city. And that was just suicidal. And I have no idea how my parents let me do that because, like I said, she was neurotic. She never did, but she could just go off somewhere and drag me into traffic or go after a cat or something. And I think that's part of why I became so careful because my mom was good at warning me about stuff. My dad wasn't. So I never really had that external pressure to be careful. I had to learn, whoa, I got somebody in my life who's not going to tell me when I should be cautious. And speaking of caution, we're almost at the end here.
Mm-hmm. We are. I'm watching. I watch that clock.
TikTok.
It is. I was about to say my ever famous line that you made it through the hour.
Yeah, we both did.
I know. How are you feeling?
I'm vibing. I want a hamburger though. Yeah, I've been craving hamburgers lately. So I think it's hamburger time.
Yeah. You're getting some commendations in the comments here. They're saying that you're interested in a pretty cool dude.
Oh,
Show or something like that.
it worked. They fell for it.
You tricked them. But again, you made it. You made it through the hour. What are your closing thoughts?
My closing thoughts are I'd love to thank everybody for showing up and also for actually being in the community. It's so important to show up, to be who you are. And that's my next point. Don't be afraid to be who you are. I know you hear that all the time, and I know that it feels unattainable. And there are some ways that you can't be yourself, and you do need to adjust. But there's going to be people who can handle 5%, to be other people who can handle a different 5% more. So don't try to be everything to everybody. Don't try to be 100% yourself all the time. Be 90% yourself and be okay with that. It's so much more achievable. You're going to have to make some adjustments, but they'll be minor. And I do want to thank one person for being here today, and that is our favorite noodle, Debbie Nogle. I'm always happy to see her show up, and I know that she's going to stand 10 toes firm, 10 toes never fold for what she believes in. Oh my God, I sounded like Max right there. Did you hear that inflection?
Uh,
Ugh.
no, I'm trying to not.
Ah.
Spitting it out your
Ugh.
drink is so crazy.
Ugh.
That's crazy.
Ugh. Ugh. So as I was saying, I'd like to thank Noodle for being here, everyone else for being here as well. I appreciate y'all. I look forward to interacting with you. If we're not connected, send me a connection request and I'll accept it. We'll have ourselves a little talk about office supplies.
Well, thank you, Kevin, my emotional support diva, for coming on to Podcassidy. Thank you for your exclusivity contract through October. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Of course.
Thank
No
you.
regrets.
Huh?
No regrets.
Thank you to everyone that showed up and was commenting. I am so appreciative of you coming and spending the hour with us. Because, yeah, truly, community is only here because of you guys. So it's very, very much appreciated. Next Podcassidy is Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Check out Said and Done, my new company. Follow Kevin, he's super cool.
Most times.
Are there any more announcements? I think that's about it.
Oh, we are having a Jackbox Games night on this Tuesday, right? At 10:30 p.m. ET.
Yes, you got to join the Discord to be a part of it. So, if you need the link, just let me know, and I got you. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great upcoming week. Happy Sunday. No Sunday scaries.
No Sunday scaries. Y'all be safe out there. Do good work, and don't forget to be a diva in everything you do.
Right. All right. Bye.
Bye.